mentioned, we're working with Mr. Conyers, but also Mr. Clyburn, our assistant leader, John Lewis, Terry Sewell of Alabama on issues that relate to voting rights and voter suppression and the rest. So this is the point of the spear of how we go forward with this, and many of our colleagues that I mentioned are part of this operation. I just want to read this one thing because it's July. We came back from the 4th of July celebration, and I saw this article, and it said, have you ever wondered, now our founders, they sacrificed their lives, their liberty, their sacred honor to establish this democracy. It was quite a remarkable thing. But did you ever wonder what happened to the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence? 5 signers were captured by the British as traitors and tortured before they died. 12 had their homes ransacked and burned. 2 lost their sons serving the Revolutionary War. Another had 2 sons captured. 9 of the 56 fought and died from wounds or hardships of the Revolutionary War. They signed and they pledged their lives, their fortune, and their sacred honor. What kind of men were there? 24 were lawyers and jurists. 11 were merchants. 9 were farmers and large plantation owners, men of means, well-educated, but they signed the Declaration of Independence knowing full well that the penalty would be death if they were captured. Carter Braxton of Virginia, a wealthy planter and trader, saw his ship swept from the sea by the British Navy. He sold his home and properties to pay his debts. He died in rags. Thomas McKean was so hounded by the British that he was forced to move his family almost constantly without pay, and his family was kept in hiding. His possessions were taken from him, and poverty was his rewards. Vandals or soldiers looted the properties of Dillery, Hall, Clymer, Walton, Gwinnett, Hayward, Rutledge, Middleton, other signers. At the Battle of Yorktown, Thomas Nelson noted that the British General Cornwallis had taken over the Nelson home for his headquarters and quietly urged George Washington to open fire. The home was destroyed. Francis Lewis lost his home and property. John Hart was driven from his wife's bedside, and she was dying. Their 13 children fled for their lives. His fields were gristmill and laid to waste, and for more than a year he lived in forests and caves, returning home to find his wife dead and his children vanished. So take a few minutes while enjoying the 4th of July, this says, but as we ponder the sacrifices that so many people made at the start of our country, what Abraham Lincoln did to keep our country together, what the suffragettes did to expand the right to vote, what the civil rights leaders have done to expand that right to vote, and understand what our responsibility is to protect what so many people sacrificed so much to achieve for our country.